Hi guys, Zingt here, making my first ever IGL tutorial. Basically, in this series I want to talk, in this video and in the series I want to talk about pistols rounds 1 to 3. Pistol rounds 1 to 3 as an IGL are really important because it gives your players confidence. Going into the first games, such as LAN or a nervous game, maybe in ESEA, picking up the first, second, and third round can give your players, the confidence to go on and win the game. I've been looking on YouTube at various different videos that help with pistol rounds. There doesn't really seem to be anything on there, so I just thought I'd give you just some basic outlines as an IGL, what you could be calling for your team to maximize the efficiency of those rounds and also help you win them. Okay, so first round is terrorist. You need to have, you should have gone on the server with your team. There should be a variety of pistol rounds. So if you are to play a team that you've already played before, you have something that you can fall back on. Pistols are OP, as you know. With Glocks, pushing as 3 or 4 as a unit together often works quite well, and just having one guy with utility, so doing smokes or flashes depending on what you feel will be effective versus a team. You need to be thinking about economy as well. So the first round, for example, say you win that round and you're going into second round on terrorist side, as an IGL you need to be thinking about the map. Oh, sorry, let me just close that. You need to be thinking about the map and what would be a good setup for winning the second round. So the second round, you know that the CTs are most likely going to buy 5.7s, pistols, deagles, etc. And they'll be in positions most of the time, like hidey holes or boosts. So you need to be buying mollies on terror side. As an IGL, you need to be calling that your team need to buy mollies. If you had several kills on the first round as terrorist side, one of you might buy an AK and armor, but I would never take more than one AK after winning the first round as terrorist. So maybe your best rifler should take that AK and the rest go SMGs. A lot of people favor the UMPs, so as an IGL I'd be okay, one guy take AK, everybody else buy SMGs. And then you need to work the map to your advantage. So for example on Inferno, while I've got this demo up, let me just get rid of that. You probably want to take the long jaws, even if they do have I say long jaws, medium to long jaws, even if they have pistols. If you have 2 or 3 of you, you have weapon advantage. So if, for example, if someone peeked top mid on Inferno, you have nades that you'll be able to dispose at the you have nades you'll be able to dispose at the start of the round to flush out that position, cause a lot of damage to any CTs that are peeking. As well as this, you have weapons advantage, 30 bullets against a 5.7 that's only got 20, or a deagle that only has 7. You should be able to win that fight if you're a unit, or at least get the trade kills. And even if you got a trade kill, that would be more beneficial to you, because obviously getting a kill on terrorist side increases your opportunities of winning the round. So you won the first round, you've gone into the second, you've bought mollies. If you're pushing up onto sites, you need to be calling as the IGL to molly certain positions, and you need to be clearing it out as a team. You need a set plan what you're going to do in the round. So if you don't really know your team, you might do a basic setup where you have 2 guys looking towards one site, 1 guy looking towards middle, and then 2 guys that are together working the map. So you take map control, and then when you decided what site you want to take, that's when you use your utility and mollies to flush out those positions. Usually not so much the second round, but more the third round, I'd send 1 person in first with the SMG, obviously have the AK baiting them, ready to trade, and just check if it's a stack. So you win the first round, and you know that the CTs have bought the second round. So when I say bought, they have armor, so it's taken you more than 3 hits to actually kill them. You know the third round that they're going to be full eco. So this is where you can do something fast if you want to, where you just send one guy with an SMG up onto the site with someone baiting him, get the info towards that site because there might be a stack. You know they're just going to be on USPs, maybe a P250, and then just like cruise into the third round. However, sometimes CTs do up to skip buying on the second round and buying to the third. It is not only down to you as an IGL, but up to your players to keep track of the opponent's economy. If you know they've done this, most likely they're going to be an M4 with armor but very low utility. So doing something fast would be optimal. So say for example if you're on Inferno, you might just smoke out long A and do a fast apps and short split. That would be quite effective because you know that they're only going to have very few nades unless they bought FAMAS. And then you can take the aim jewels with them because you've got the advantage, and if you win that round, well, they're going to be eco again, you know what I mean? They're going to be back to pistols and armor and stuff. So as an IGL, really important that you have not only yourself, but you could get one, maybe two other people to keep an eye on their economy. You can also take a pause during the start of the round if you're unsure, like further on in the rifle rounds. But yeah, as for the first 3 rounds, I don't think that should be an issue. You should track their economy well as a terrorist, and hopefully just cruise through the first 3 rounds. So the important things about T-side is buying utility, the Molotovs especially because they're cheap, they're $200 cheaper on T-side than they are CT. Flushing out the positions with those mollies, having a clear plan of what you're going to do for the second and third round, especially after winning pistol. But yeah, that's about it for terrorist side when you've won. However, if you're terrorists and the first round you lose and you don't get the bomb down, obviously you guys are going to be wanting to force buy, so Tech 9s and armor. As an IGL, usually I'll buy the utility on my team, flash a nade for my teammates, smoke a site, and then just storm it. So for cash, for example, a good strategy would be to rush A, smoke either quad or forklift, and depending on what you smoke, or depending on where you rush, like you want to go as close as you can to the enemy. So second round you bought. If you lose that, if you lose that one, you're going to be full eco for the third one. Usually just buying like a flash and then hitting a site. With the importance of trying to get the bomb down is the main thing. So yeah, terrorist. I think I pretty much covered everything that you need to know for that. You need to think about the. I'll just go quickly recap it again. You need to think about the map. Use it to your advantage. Go through on the server with your teammates what you'd like to do if you win the pistol round. Set up some executes maybe. Mollies, if you're taking the site, what default mollies are you going to do? Say for example on cash you want to molly forklift, MBK, quad, and then push because you'll flush those CTs out of their positions. Yeah, and that should be everything for T side. So CT side, you want to get a person with a kit. As an IGL, I normally just buy the kit, get 2 flashes and a smoke, so you can retake the site together. For example, Mirage, I normally buy a kit and 2 flashes, and then we'll retake A together, because the B site is harder to retake on Mirage. 4 players, normally again, just get the armor up. That's quite standard. And say for example you win pistol round, so you've won pistol round as CT. The terrorists haven't got the bomb down, so you know that they're going to be force buying. So you will then have to buy, you know, like utility. One of you might be able to afford an M4 if you've got like 2 or 3 kills. And then you need a CT to the main reason why I'm doing this video is because you see a lot of people win pistol rounds, but then you see them lose to force buys. So what you want to do is, if you have a rifle, you need to put them in a position that is optimal for them as an IGL. So you need to say for example, if my teammate Python bought an M4 and everyone else was on SMGs on a map like Mirage, yeah? So Mirage, I'd put them in CT with the M4 holding ramp, and then I'd have either an SMG close on A, or I'd just play A for retake and have free B with the SMGs, because if they do a B rush, they're running into a stack. If they do a mid rush, well, we can give them mid control. We have SMGs, we have the sites covered, so that wouldn't be a problem. Yeah, so that should be fine. So I was just watching this round, man. That was a nice little glitch there by me. So you need to be thinking about the map. So against anti-eco, where you know they're force buying, especially say, for example, the clock's running down, there's still 5 people each, you know that the terrorists are bought, I would stack the harder site to retake and then play for retake on the other one. If you got rifles, again, you play the distance, and if you got SMGs, you want to have like a medium to long range against the pistols. Okay, so if you lose the first round of CTs, you're going to be force buying. Now, again, a lot of what I see a lot of teams do is like they'll buy pistols, but then they'll play in such open positions that they're never putting themselves in an advantageous position to win the second round. What you need to be doing is, you know, buy like one guy. I suggest just buy a kit and buy the utility as an IGL, so you can decide whoever you want that to be, usually your support player or yourself as an IGL. And then take like map control somewhere. Like I would do that as well actually if I won a round. So for example, we'll go back to Mirage again. If for example you won the first round, which I didn't cover, if you won the first round and you wanted to take control of somewhere to find out where the terrorists are going, I'd probably like get someone to push Palace, get the info and hold it. They have like an optimal position, and then I'd rotate like the rifle from A background to B, and then just have someone in Palace holding, and then you play for retake A because you have positional advantage. Sorry, I didn't actually touch on that just. Backtracking, if you lose the first round on CT pistol, you're force buying into the second, you've bought a kit as well, and you bought flashes and nades. I'd get 2 or 3 people to push one side of the map and take control of something. Once you have that control, you can either drop off, or you know, like keep one or two people close with crossfires, like pushed up. So for example, like okay, you lost the pistol round on CT on Inferno. You're going into the second round, you want to take banana control. So the guy, you as an IGL, you call, okay, this round I want to take banana control. So you buy a smoke, you get someone to smoke from the top. Hang on, let me just. You get someone to smoke the choke point of banana and force them to use either like some nades and utility to either retake it like through the smoke. If there doesn't seem to be much presence, you can maybe get like one in cubby, like next to tree, and one on the other side, and have like a crossfire at the bottom of banana. Or you could decide to take apps control. So you could have like 1 or 2 go boiler and hold in balcony, and 1 play like close end of bedroom looking down. And then like you could have like 1 flash from second mid, so you guys can peek second mid and take that second mid control, and then you most likely know that it's going to be a B if there isn't much presence towards A and second mid. So then you'd rotate like your players that are middle straight away towards B and have that stacked, and then like you set up some sort of crossfire with like your teammates. Like 1 will probably be like back oranges or something playing passive, and then you just get your teammates to run and get like you know, this sort of area control like garden. And then establish a crossfire between you guys. So crossfires are really important as CT. Playing like little hidden positions that might catch a terrorist off guard. As an IGL, you want to be watching your minimap for where people are playing, because sometimes they might get over aggressive and just give away a round, like if like terrorists just push a banana because you've got like some guy who's just over peeking by himself just giving away free kills, you know what I mean? So it's really important as an IGL that you stay on top of all your players, that you're constantly watching your minimap, and also thinking about how the other team are playing. Like, what are they doing on their on their pistol buy rounds? Are they fast pushing somewhere? Do you want to stack somewhere? Hopefully some of this advice has helped you. I'll just quickly talk about the third round. So if you lost the first round and second round of CT, you're most likely not going to win the third round. I mean, if you want a low utility buy and try and get some weapons, what you could do is like a couple of guys with the most amount of money could do like a nade stack towards like a middle, say for example down middle on Inferno. They could like just spend $300, throw some nades down there, and get your whole team to like both split push like towards the bottom and middle. Hopefully with the nades the guys could be quite low. Things like that. So as an IGL, just think about 1, positioning of players, 2, their economy, how you're going to track it, 3, have a set plan in mind, like what you want to do during the round, 4, read like how the enemies are playing, how they're set up for these rounds, because it's important then for when you're going to buy rounds, and 5, with like SMGs on second round, if you've won, like, you know, push like 1, maybe 2 people into a site to find out if it's stacked. Wait for any pushes, and yeah, hopefully guys, you can win some more pistol rounds, win some more force buys, and go on to win the game and your league games. I've been your boy Zinked anyway. I hope this video has helped in some way. I will be giving more examples on certain maps, like what you guys could do, maybe some strats and stuff, and we will be devising some more videos which will be talking about like mentality of players, attitude, how that can have an effect on your team, and how like the IGL role can help calm those players down, and what you may need to do if you have those sort of players, you know, that are affecting your team too much. Anyway, I've been your boy Zinkman. Have a great day.